Brandon,
And I'm Brandon.
and welcome back to Apollo City Comics, your anything and everything comic book podcast. Dude, I'm fucking nailing that now.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You love that
Um,
expression.
dude, here we are. We're back. And we haven't done a commentary in a while. And when was our last commentary?
Our last commentary, was it
Oh, it was the
Punisher?
Punisher. Well,
Yeah,
the
I think it
Punisher
was.
was recorded back in like November. So for us, we actually haven't done a
Yeah,
commentary in a
we haven't
while.
done a commentary in a minute.
But there is that recent release one. Uh, yeah, dude. So we're gonna come back this year doing it a little bit different. Because Nick wasn't available. Basically, Nick made
Yeah.
us make a new segment because our movie guy
Yeah.
wasn't available.
We felt
Thanks,
like we were
Nick.
betraying him.
Yeah, we can't do a film without Nick, and he's our movie guy. So we thought we'd kick back and watch some cartoons together. And what better way to start it than with Batman the Animated Series? And I never tire of this stuff. You never tire of this stuff. So we're gonna dig in and start with. Before we start, I hope you guys have your cup of coffee that you probably got from coffeeandcomic.com, where you can get bagged and boarded books shipped to your door. Never miss out on those variant covers. Start up a pull list. Um, there's a discount code at the bottom. Just read a bunch of comics. You get so much indie stuff. I'm just buying random indie books because I've never seen these like accessible anywhere else. So hit him up. Check out the discount code below and coffeeandcomic.com. Let's dig in and start with some Batman stuff.
Real quick, does he let you choose the roast of beans?
No, I wonder that'd be a cool thing to do. You always get coffee with your order too.
You do get
how
coffee.
bitchin' is that? And he does switch it up pretty often. But man, he should make a bean selection. I
Yeah.
wonder how much coffee he has stashed away with comics. That's a lot
I
of
bet you his
inventory.
house smells like paper and coffee beans.
It's kind of a beautiful, like,
Yeah, like that
sounding thing
old
too.
textbook smell with like a faint coffee bean.
Just like
hint.
intellect, just like ringing
Yeah.
through his house. Yeah. Well, this was kind of a debacle for us. We were gonna, we're starting Batman the Animated Series with the first
Mhm.
episode, and I wanted to watch the Blu-ray because I haven't watched all the episodes on my. Maybe I have. I don't know.
I don't know.
remember watching.
I feel like with the animated series, it's weird. Like, it's part nostalgia. It really is like peak Batman. And it's just like,
Mhm.
you can always come back to it. And it's never really a bad thing to come back to.
Oh yeah, exactly. And there's some commentary tracks in some of these too. This one has a commentary. Maybe we'll do a quick
Commentary
video
on a
after
commentary.
this. Yeah. Just plug all that in. But it's weird. Like on Leather Wings, I always knew, not thought, like I fucking knew was the first Batman the Animated Series episode to come out.
I remember the Christmas episode being the first episode, and I was wrong. But to be fair, it is episode 2.
Yeah, it's the second one. Yeah, totally. Totally can understand that too. I remember maybe Cartoon Network used to air it like that.
I don't know.
I
I remember.
don't
I really remember. I'm pretty sure On Leather Wings really is the first episode because I know DC Universe has the Blu-ray episode layout
Yeah.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And for anybody who's curious, or at least anybody who may not even notice, we found out it's different on HBO Max.
Yeah, it starts off with a Catwoman, Cat in the Claw, right? Part 1 and 2, and
Part
a
1 and 2.
two-parter.
Yeah.
Like, what the? Why would I don't know?
And
And
then
that doesn't make sense.
on top of that, it also bundles the new animated series and the animated series together. So for anybody who's collected the DVDs, you know that there's volumes 1 through 3, which is seasons 1 through 3, and then season 4 is the new animated series.
Yeah,
But HBO combined season 1 and 2 into one season, and then season 2 is like 20 episodes, and then season 3 is the new animated series on HBO Max.
and that's when the animation changed too. Like
Yeah.
it got altered, like more boxy, I guess. Yeah, what a trip, dude.
Yeah.
Hey, this means we could tie in like Sub-Zero. We did the Mask of the Phantasm, which is a perfect start, I guess, because that's technically his origin.
That's true. Yeah.
So actually, we're segueing into this unintentionally. Brilliant. It's all planned out. That's what it is.
And yeah, no, I was just gonna also point out I forgot the series started in '92.
Yeah, it's as old as me. You're older than me.
Yeah, well, I was
You're
not even a year
91.
old.
You were just months.
I was 11 months old when this premiered. How about you? You
And
weren't
this
even born.
was no. This came out in September. I was born in April.
Oh, that's true. You were barely like, yeah, okay.
So what? 5 months? I was 5 months old.
Yeah,
Right.
basically.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
5 months,
Well, and
four
dude, it's
months
the
and 9 days.
30th anniversary. I just turned 30 this year. Yes. Okay, so this is
Oh
all
yeah, this makes
well
sense now.
planned, thought out. Like maybe it's just like gut instinct in us. We just knew how to like
Yeah,
this was what we needed to do. Let's dig in. That's
yeah. Do it.
you know, if you're watching on HBO Max, if you're watching a Blu-ray, we're starting with On Leather Wings. Obviously, it's in the title description. Duh. And we're at the Warner Brothers logo right when you start it. So, Brandon, count us down to press play.
All right. As always, we're gonna count from 3 down to play, and as soon as I press play, press play. Or yeah, as soon as I say play, press play. Well, tongue tied.
Gotta
All
listen
right.
to the click.
3, 2, 1, play.
I'm using my PlayStation and it takes it like a second. Dude, and just the most epic
Intro ever.
intro ever.
Yeah, I forget who said it, but they always talked about how like the animated series was the perfect like mix of modern day and like 1930s like city.
Yeah. Yeah, it really had that. And it's cool that they're kind of going back to that with that new Batman animated show that's coming out with Bruce Timm. Like they've always kind of gone to the roots of how it looked at the very beginning, kind of dark and gothic.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not even gothic, but that 30s feel, that like
Would it be Art
very
Deco?
timely. I guess so.
I don't know. I'm not. I don't know this shit.
I don't
Well,
know.
so.
I'm not too. Someone correct us there. Tell us what
Yeah, I
that
know,
is.
right?
But it's a super noir. Like it's just like that, you know, Chinatown noir vibe that we have, and it's the most detective Batman we ever get. This is actually a very detective-y episode too, by the way.
Yeah.
This kickstarts.
Well,
Look at this intro. This is total 1930s like calling card. The way they have the fonts, the way they have like the image, and it's just the credits before it starts. Mitch Bryan wrote
yeah.
this. I'm gonna try to follow the writers.
So I know this is like the Bruce Timm art style.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know how this worked? Did like animators just go, okay, that's his art style, and just go from there, or did he like just draw a good amount of characters and they kind of just worked with that?
Pretty much what they'll do is just have him like do all the character designs, and like
And
whoever
they
else
mimic
works
it.
on it, yeah, they mimic it. Let's pull up some details on some of this.
I have the Wikipedia page open already. Let's see. On Leather Wing. Episode 1, Season 1, September 6th, 1992. Premiere date.
What a great intro to Batman, just being like, I thought I saw something. It's in the sky.
There's something in the night sky.
Yeah.
I think you could tell some characters are voiced by Kevin Conroy.
Let's find out. Oh wow. There's a lot of stuff that has continuity through this. Into Batman Beyond and Justice League Unlimited too. That this is kind of where splicing came from, apparently.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, wow. I didn't know this. Okay, fun fact. In Batman Beyond, Kirk Langstrom's formula would later become the basis for Abel Kruger's splicing formula. I just kind of guessed right now. I didn't finish reading that sentence before I said that. I was just like, brilliant. I just made a connection. But yeah, apparently that's true. So splicing in Batman Beyond, that's when they were like getting, it wasn't just tattoos and it wasn't just piercings. Now you're like putting animal DNA inside of you, and you were like, you know, you'd have ram fucking horns.
Well, wasn't
and,
there like hyena like thugs or something?
Yeah, exactly. In Return of the
in
Joker
Batman
and
Beyond?
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's cool. So that's the basis for a future like villain, like this first episode. How freaking cool is that? And you know what? For them introducing Man Bat as the first villain, I think that's brilliant, because you do get this like, oh man, Batman's lurking in the shadows, and you even just see the silhouette of Man Bat right now.
And he's
tossing
also
this.
like, it's also like introducing the menace or like the fear of Batman, but it's actually Man Bat flying
And
around.
there you go. Right when you said that, that's when the newspaper hit,
Yeah.
declaring war on Batman. Harvey Bullock, our
I know,
boy.
right? Dude, why did everybody in the 90s wear their pants so high?
Right? It's just not Batman's MO. Gordon's voice is like so perfect for this show. And
Wait,
Bullock just became the coolest character ever too after a while.
did they ever confirm if this is like a Jersey version of Gotham? Because they always said Gotham was in Jersey.
It has to be at this point. This is too Jersey. Now with those accents, come on.
You know, we should do
Oh
a
man.
counter to see how many times, let's count how many times Batman actually eats on screen.
Yeah, straight up. I love how Batman just smiled. This first time we
Yeah,
see him, it wasn't me, Alfred.
look at that supercomputer right there.
It's just crediting Kevin as Batman Bruce Wayne, but you're right. I wouldn't be surprised if they did some of these like side one-liner characters, like the cops and everything.
I feel like I've heard his voice in like other characters.
That would make sense. We should keep an eye out for that.
So he poured him tea and he never drank it.
No, they waste
So
so much food at Wayne Manor, dude. Like Batman doesn't eat his food ever. Like,
I don't know how he keeps bulking, dude. He just keeps skipping
yeah, how do you
dinner.
get that big without like with that diet, dude? And no sleep. You know what I mean? You
I
gotta
know, yeah.
recover.
He's like the worst thing for your body. No sleep, no food, constantly injuring himself.
Yeah, man. I'm 30 and I get I hurt myself. I'm out for like a week, man. Like, is that Phoenix Pharmaceuticals? I love
Yeah,
how
it
like
is.
they had to cram that into there.
I know, right?
Dude, the bat grapple, the greatest weapon ever that you used in your imagination all the time. I would say just as a kid, but I still do that to this day. Just and wishing I could like go up a building. Just
I know,
inner
right?
thoughts.
It'd be so
It's like
cool.
waving your hand in front of like a door at the grocery store, you know?
Yeah, well, it's like the most used item he has
Yeah,
next to a batarang.
that iconic sound. I
Yeah,
love how like Batman just cock blocked that whole moment.
I
Like
know,
now
right? They're like trying to make out. The security guard is way too chill. Oh, a smoke bomb. It's just-
P.S. Your dog is gone. Is that
well,
what that book just said?
I think so. Yeah.
I love the like 1930s radio feel we get out of this.
I know. Contacting Detective Bullock.
I wonder. I bet you could listen to this just on mute, or like without the not on mute. That's stupid. If you listen to it without just like watching the screen,
Feels
it'd
like an
probably
old
be
radio
just as
show.
entertaining. Yeah. Commercial. That fade out.
Yeah, I know, right?
So what was great
Dude,
about the animated series too? It's a pretty well known fact. But they like put everything on black paper, so
yes.
all
I
the
didn't know that till you
backgrounds
told
were
me.
naturally. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the coolest thing is that they use black on top. Like that's their base, you know.
Yeah.
It's not very common. And look at this
Which is,
gadgety stuff.
I know, right? Which is interesting because there are a lot of bright, vibrant colors still.
Yeah. And it makes him pop even more, like that blue against his. I wonder why they just won't give us a live action Batman that's like has some blue in it, or like a suit.
It
You know what I
probably
mean?
looks wacky in real life, for being honest.
Yeah.
Like,
You kind
I've
of have to use it as
always,
contrast to show detail in a comic or something.
yeah, and
But
I've kind of always said that, like, the thing with, like, this suit, like, in a lot of classic suits, like, the cloth, like, suit just made no sense.
it doesn't.
Yeah,
It's have a
like,
really good
combat-wise, it
body.
doesn't do
Yo,
anything.
kudos to fucking Adam West, man. Like that was 100% Adam West under that outfit. You know?
Yeah. He was not built like any other Batman. That
He
dude was like the
was.
scrawniest Batman.
He was a scrawny, but hey, he pulled off
Yeah,
that like that
he
tight
did
suit.
it.
Like
Yeah, he had the
still,
tight suit.
Adam West got the girls too, man. Like,
He was Batman, dude. He was the biggest thing on
oh
TV.
my gosh, doing this means we got to watch the Batman '66 stuff. We got to buy like the
Oh,
DVD
I already
set.
own
You own
it.
it? All right, I don't get it. It streams on Amazon, but it has commercials, I think. So yeah, it's
So whack.
pointless. Dude, this have you ever wanted a trench coat more than after watching the show?
It does look cool, but then I realized like I don't know if it's like a look thing or kind of like just like for actual like I don't know use because it's always raining in Gotham. It's always like
Mhm.
muddy and I don't know. That's what it feels like to me. It's always cold.
I feel like maybe I'll do that living out here in like Virginia now. I'm gonna get a trench coat and be like Constantine. That's all I want. I just want to be like
That
Constantine.
one trench coat.
Yeah.
So let's also point out like how DC has always managed to be slightly edgier than Marvel. So back in the
Mhm.
90s, the 1994 Spider-Man show, something that came out after, this is just an example. He never punched anyone and they never depicted real weapons.
Oh,
Everybody
wow,
has like
really?
laser guns and all these plasma rifles. There wasn't like an actual like machine gun or any sort of like replication of a gun in the show.
Huh. That's crazy. I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, they wanted to use it to market towards kids with toys, so they didn't want to
Yeah.
have like, depictions like that.
Damn,
The
man.
animated
This
series
show.
like it just seems like DC just always knew like edgier was like their thing cuz the Batman show is pretty violent for the most part for a kids
Dude,
show.
yeah, think of those guns. Like that's the SWAT team in episode 1. Like
Yeah,
right
it's a
away.
SWAT
Like
team and like
throwing
grenades and
grenades.
fire
Yeah.
and like Batman kicks the shit out of everybody every
Dude, look at
episode.
that. No thought of just tossing a
Yeah.
grenade into a building.
So it's like they
Who
always
just throws
knew.
a fucking grenade like in a building too, by the way, in a laboratory. Like they're in a
Yeah.
laboratory. You know there's
Let's just
chemicals there.
destroy all this research, guys. It's fine.
We think Batman's in this room, dude. We think he's in here. We could risk it.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
dude
so
totally
notice that like
pissed
they didn't
himself.
shy away from a lot of like these adult themes, I guess you could
Mm-mm.
say, or depictions.
Yeah, because look how big Harvey Bullock is too.
Everybody's jawline in this show is massive.
Oh, that's yeah, dude. Kind of made me feel like intimidated as you have a Batman the Animated Series jawline.
I definitely have a massive jaw. I could take a good kick to the face, I think. But
I can't, and I know that from like experience.
yeah, I've been punched in the face pretty hard before. I mean it hurts, but I think I can handle it.
I've never been in a fight. I've gotten my ass kicked a lot, but I've never been in a fight.
It's always been one-sided. But
Dude,
yeah,
this guy is
no-
so creepy. This is like a creepier version of Bruce Wayne, like in the Batcave, like all hunched over, like, yeah, come in.
Yeah, whatever. Welcome to my lab. He's got like the penguin nose.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that this is the stereotypical like trope in a lot of mystery stuff is that the one creepy person that you're like, it's totally this dude. It's obvious. You know what I mean? It has to be. Like it destroy them
Yeah.
insects. He's all defending them. Like the guy, like you think you know it right away. And then it's always the guy that comes in that's associated with him that you don't suspect. Like that's just a total.
I mean, that's what
100% trope.
Scooby Doo has taught us,
Yeah, straight up, straight up, dude. And then I mean, honestly, you would even believe that she's Man Bat to a certain extent. And then you meet this guy.
How many people
You
do
know,
think
it's
read
cool.
what?
Kirk Langstrom. You've seen it? I know you have. But the Gods and Monsters Justice League.
I've read the random issues based off.
You didn't.
Or
You didn't. You
Gods
didn't,
and Monsters? Is that the one where he gets the Mobius chair?
No, the cartoon.
No, I haven't actually.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I haven't.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Dude, it's so good. Wow, we got to do a commentary on that one like ASAP.
I know. There's a lot of random things I haven't seen.
Because that one, the Kirk Langstrom's Batman in that one. Spoilers.
Oh,
And he's like a vampire bat and everything.
that's pretty cool.
It's pretty sweet. Not gonna lie, it's pretty sweet. We'll watch it soon. There's like a whole like Akira like vibe going on in one of them too. Like there's
Yeah,
a Mexican Superman.
I remember when it came out. Is just no one really talked about it.
Oh, I was hyped about it. We didn't know each other then though. It was
What?
before us. Dude, look at this. Checking against musical sounds. Like that's detective work right there. Like I love how they have all this technology, but that phone still has a fucking
Yeah, they have
cord.
they have a landline that's like it like
It's
picks up
not
and
even
everything like a
cordless.
normal landline phone. If you play the Arkham series games and you look at like the Bat computer with detective vision, it gives you the most craziest like specs to a computer ever.
Yeah.
And I
yeah.
feel like that's always been the case for Batman, regardless of the decade. Like that
I
computer,
love this scene. This is the coolest part in like the show because he turns off his Batman voice to answer the phone, and immediately when he hangs up, he doesn't go back to Bruce Wayne voice. He goes right back to Batman voice. But he alternates, and he does that with Gordon too a few times when he answers
Yeah.
the phone to be Bruce Wayne, regular voice, hangs up, back to Batman voice. Like he's always fucking Batman. He's Batman.
The
Bruce Wayne
sad
is the
and brooding
facade.
one is his actual voice.
Mm-hmm.
Alfred. Every time he says Alfred's name in any version of Batman, he always sounds
Yes.
like he's exhausted. Alfred. What do you mean?
He's lying, Alfred.
But I was saying, oh no, not the tapes. You can't back that up on the cloud.
Man, yeah, I bet kids nowadays were like, "What the fuck is what's going on here? What is that?"
Tapes? No cloud. What are you talking about?
Burning the evidence.
So can you
Dude, that
imagine?
soundtrack, oh, so good.
Can you imagine being like a comic nerd in the '90s when this came out and like not having the internet to see the references?
Oh man, just having to be a fan.
Yeah, just having to be a fan and do the hard work, not Google things.
This is cool. I love seeing like the transformation. It's so, I mean, what a cool shot too that was right now. That was
Yeah.
a total
Well, it's all like silhouettes.
Universal Monsters type of like side shot as the monster transforms, werewolf or whatever. Phoenix Pharmaceuticals.
You.
Uh-oh. I forgot where I read it, but something about I think his wife like got the formula and she becomes man bat or something.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't read a whole lot of stuff with like Man Bat involved, really.
He was he a Neil Adams creation?
Was he? Holy shit.
I want to say or these Neil
No,
Adams
he
Jeez.
is a Neil Adams creation.
Boom.
Well, no, technically not.
Oh.
The
Neil Adams just make him
concept was
badass?
created by Julius Schwartz, but Frank
Oh, okay.
Robbins wrote the story and Neil Adams drew it.
All right, well, cool. Hey, I still got that Neil Adams credit though. Don't take
Like
that.
it's like a third of a point.
That's like the whole McFarlane I drew Venom.
Yeah,
but
right.
Home size. This is cool.
Yeah.
Way to scare you as a kid.
I know, right? It's like, well, it doesn't help that he's like super ripped.
Yeah, dude. Dude, any Man Bat action figure is always like super badass. I remember my best friend Sam had a Man Bat action figure, and it was from the animated series, and it was huge because the
Yeah,
wingspan.
well, you gotta do the
would just go
wingspan,
out.
right?
Yeah, dude. When he pops up in Arkham,
Oh, and Arkham Knight. Yeah,
man,
and he
that
screams
is
in your
scary.
face. Yeah.
it just comes out of nowhere, and you're just like, whoa! And he's super creepy in that game.
Yeah, and you gotta hum
Yeah, you
down
know,
in the sky.
This cloth suit. Bruce, I know you're rich, but you're gonna be buying a new suit for every night.
Bro, like you're like the shit's made out of like a Halloween costume material.
I know. Get some like I don't know nylon or whatever the hell they use.
I don't know. There's got to be a more flexible, light material that's
Oof.
like more durable.
All you need is a grapple.
Yep. I'm telling you, his most used item. Gadget.
We should count how many times he uses it, or how many episodes he uses it in.
I'm telling you, I gotta count how many times he eats.
That is cool. Did the whole Bruce Timm moon scene, but with Man Bat.
Yeah, he's flying through the. See, that sounds like him. Doesn't that? Not that guy.
I
the
can
other
see
one.
that. The older guy, right?
Yeah.
How cool.
Dude, police have a blimp when you think about it, with a radar.
What good is that though? Like what?
Like what the fuck?
Why is But again, it puts that timestamp, that era on it,
Yeah.
Which
With
is what makes
helicopters
Batman
still?
Beyond so cool, because you see it from this, and then all of a sudden it's all changed.
Yeah. To be, you got to keep in mind, if we're doing all these shows, at some point we are gonna watch Gotham.
Oh fuck. We're gonna be like 50 by the time we get to Gotham.
I know, right?
We're gonna postpone it that hard. I never finished season 4.
I
got,
never
like,
finished season
halfway.
3.
Oh, I went way farther than you. Dang.
Yeah,
Okay.
more power to you, man. Like that shit's hilarious, but goddamn,
Did I watch it during COVID? I might have.
you
No,
might have.
maybe. I think I did it before COVID, dude. I think I genuinely like watched
You're
that
just
show on
like invested.
Netflix.
You're like, I need to see what
Yeah.
happens, guys.
I thought it was gonna get better. I think that's what like made Titan so much harder for me to watch. Dude, if Batman would have got hit in the nuts just now, like that would have been the worst possible way to have your legs. Like,
I know, right? On like this steel beam.
yes.
Okay, like how strong is he to do that? That fucking man bat looks like he weighs 400
Dude,
pounds.
man. They're both.
So, fun fact, really random. Did you ever read the Swamp Thing Rot World arc by Scott Snyder?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I did. I only
So
read
there
that run once though.
Okay, so there's a continuity error. I read like the little special features in the back
Uh
because
huh.
if you remember, Batgirl becomes like a man bat, or I guess woman bat. I don't know. They become like a bat creature thing.
Yeah.
I guess you would say woman bat, right?
Woman bat. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I guess that concept's the same.
Yeah. They never refer to it. They just call her Batgirl still, but she becomes that version, right? And like basically they had an error where like they gave her her wings but like hands still, and they said that doesn't make sense because the fingers of bats technically goes throughout the wings if you look.
Oh, like this guy, like the way it is right there, right?
Yeah, where like
Yeah.
the fingers kind of go along the wingspan, right?
Yeah.
And so there's times where people draw bats that are like humanoid and they still have
Like them
hands, and
hands.
technically it's like duplicating hands
I didn't know that.
because they
That's
almost
a
had
cool
that
fact.
error when they were doing it with Batgirl, where they drew it and they were like, "Oh shit, wait, they don't have fingers because the fingers run down the wingspan."
You know, if you hadn't said that right now, I don't think I would have ever noticed that that's how
It's
Man
really
Bat's
crazy,
hands
right?
are. Like, I've never paid attention to how his fingers turn into his wings till right now.
that's the thing with bats though, because it goes through the wings.
Dang. That's
So
cool.
like a band-aid on his face.
Nelly, all Nelly style. Like,
So like when Batgirl becomes like the woman bat thing in Rot World, they had a concept art where she had like two versions of fingers basically.
hmm,
And
that's
so like when
funny.
you watch again, when you see like humanoid versions of bats like this, they just end the episode like that.
Yeah.
He got
Hey,
his
we're
ass
done.
whooped. Yeah. It's very abrupt. But yeah, so like when you see that, just something to keep in mind, like the continuity is not there sometimes. All right, so are we doing the
Dang.
Joker episode next?
Well, that's the end of this episode. So, thanks for everyone for hanging out with us for 20 minutes today, 30 minutes. That was a nice little thing.
22.
Yeah, solid. Man, these episodes go by so fast. We just talk about random crap, that's why.
That's the fun. That's the fun series. So
Yeah.
fun fact: they're
Okay.
still disorganized. It goes Cat in the Claw Part 1 and 2, On Leather Wings, Heart of Ice, Feet of Clay Part 1 and 2, and so on.
Oh my
So
gosh.
that Christmas episode is nowhere to be found.
Wow. That's a trip. Well, guys, tune in soon. Probably next week. Make this easy on editing. For episode 2 of Batman the Animated Series. We'll kick
Yeah.
back and we'll watch some cartoons together and hang
It'll
out
be,
and do some bat talk. Honestly, I love this Christmas episode coming up, and it has Robin in it.
Oh yeah, and it's Christmas and summer basically.
Damn, it's not July. Maybe by the time this episode comes out, it might be July.
Yeah,
so who
maybe
knows?
Christmas in June, Christmas in July, whatever. Fuck it. Wear the
All
ugly
right.
Christmas sweater.
Yeah. Well, guys, thanks for hanging. Brandon, thanks for hanging. And I don't know what other. Go check out Coffee and Comic, discount code below. Stay tuned for more animated series commentaries.